The Osbornes versus Britney. So, in the Osborne podcast, they recently went on about how they're disturbed and they're bored with Britney Spears' dancing on her Instagram page. Now, in order to be bored and disturbed by Britney Spears' constant dancing on her Instagram page, you have to go to her Instagram page in order to be able to see her dancing. So, what are the thoughts about that? Britney has been through a lot. A lot. A lot. More than anyone could ever fathom. So, having these individuals going after Britney, it's a really bad PR move. It's just a bad move in general, on a social level, on a moral level. But it's definitely a bad PR move. And it's the branding of the Osbournes. We know that the Osbournes are hateful human beings. The only song that I can think of by Ozzy Osbourne is Crazy Train. And I don't even remember how that song goes. I remember he ate a bat on stage. I remember his wife said something really horrible about, not horrible, but his wife was like, I'm not a racist. And his daughter said something really horrible about Mexicans and them cleaning the toilets on the view. Their son, I know he suffered cancer, and that's a horrible, horrible thing to do. But I do question that these people who are sending out so much judgment, do they wonder when this judgment is going to circle back around to them and to what degree it's going to show up in their lives? I think that that's something that they seriously need to think about. When I look at Sharon Osbourne, I'm concerned about her health. Now, I don't follow their Instagram, I don't go to their page, but it is a blessing that it was talked about in the media. And it is a blessing that Britney Spears came in and talked about it and addressed the issue and told them to fuck off. Because the reality is Britney is in her own page. She's in her own home. She can do whatever she wants within the guidelines of that particular social media platform. And kudos to you, Brittany. Kudos to you for dancing, for being your true self. I follow you. I follow you on Instagram, and kudos to you for being your loving self. You're always seeking to be positive. You're always seeking to inspire. You're always seeking to make your fans know that they are loved. So that's who Britney is. Britney is perfection. When you see her dancing, yeah, she's gonna dance because she's an amazing dancer. Whereas Sharon Asborn, Asborns, whereas the Asborns couldn't put 2 feet together. So and that's what happens. That's what happens when people don't have talent and they're trying to grasp for something. They end up hating on other people out of a fear and necessity to hold on to some kind of relevance. And they know they've shot themselves in the foot several times in the media's eye. I don't know whether they're trying to redeem themselves or they're just doubling down and saying, you know what, we're just going to go ahead and be hateful. On the other side, why is that Osborne guy still talking? I don't understand a single word that he says. I don't understand a single word that he says. But because he wrote some songs, all of a sudden we're giving him lots of attention. And not just him, his family. Like, why? Why? Because they had a show on MTV and they're not creative human beings. They're not in the efforts of creating, whereas other individuals are in the efforts of inspiring and creating. They're in the efforts of destroying and denigrating individuals. So that is what the Osbournes are. That's who they are. Now, if you love Britney, send her some love and speak out. Speak out against hate. Don't let these people run around and say whatever it is that they want without them realizing that all of that is going to come back. It's going to hit you right when you don't expect it. So trust me, it is better to be love than to be hate because you don't want the boomerang of hate to come bouncing into your life. Thank you, and I wish you a wonderful eternity.